I love using a wall if I want to stretch, so I thought I would show you some of my faves. So if you've got nice open wall space, just come and stand near it. I've got my feet about a foot's distance away, and I want to get this lower back pushing into the wall, okay? So that's the mission, feet, foot away, and trying to scoop out so you've got that lower back imprinting into the wall, and also the shoulders, and then the back of the head. My hairband's getting in the way a bit here. And then I want you to, seeing if you can, have your forearms and the back of your arms against the wall. Now I know some people that I see really struggle to get their hands on, so they're a bit like this. That's fine, this is something to work towards. So if you can have your hands on the back of your hands on the wall, then great. And as you lift your arms up, again, some people may only just come to here. It might be this move, and that's fine. But if you can, think about drawing those lower ribs down, so your ribs are over your hips, so we're not flaring our ribs. The lower back's into the wall, back of the neck's nice and long, and as you exhale, seeing if you can take those arms up, keeping them against the wall for as much as you can. Inhaling lower. Exhale. As you exhale, draw those ribs down. This is as straight as I can get my arms before they come away from the wall. So exhale. So you're basically doing little snow angels against the wall. And it's really so much harder than it looks. So please don't worry if you can't get your arms or your hands against the wall. Just do what you can do and get to the point where if your arms can't go all the way up, that's fine. I mean, I've got some serious burning going on right now. Good, we'll do a couple more. Let's do 2 more. But something to work towards if you can do this often. It's really good. Last one. Good, okay, give those arms a rest. Now I'm going to put my hands on my hips, and I'm going to, as I exhale, I want you to really imprint that lower back into the wall, and then inhale, you'll just make a little gap between that lower back. So exhale, drawing the ribs down to meet the hips, pushing into that lower back. Inhaling, untucking. And you can have your shoulders against the wall. So inhale, untuck, big exhale. So I'm just pushing that lower back into the wall as I exhale. You guys keep going, so it's going to look like this. So inhaling as you untuck, exhale, drawing that lower back in against the wall, and the ribs are pulling down. And then you'll inhale, make this little gap underneath the lower back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Really long exhale. I almost lifted my arms up there, I don't want to do that again. Let's do 2 more. Try to keep your shoulders on the wall. Last one. Nice. Okay, come and stand against the side of your wall. So I've got my feet facing, going directly in parallel to the wall. I've got my right arm, so it doesn't matter which side you're on. Whichever arm is closest to the wall, have it against that. And then you'll open and close like a book. Keep pushing that hand that's against the wall into the wall as you open. So you've got a little bit of leverage here with the wall. And it feels delicious for that upper back. Good. So inhaling as you open, taking your gaze with you, exhaling, close. Trying to keep the shoulders away from the ears so your shoulders aren't rising up. Good. Let's do 3 more. Whoa. Last 2. And again, try not to rush it, just going at your own pace. Just enjoying that movement. Last one. Good. And then keeping your hand where it is with that top hand, can you make a little circle behind you? So you're trying again to keep those fingers on the wall if you can. Just drawing with my middle finger I've got here, and then can you open it? Just drawing a little circle, well, a big circle, with that hand. And again, this is tricky, so if your hand has to come away from the wall, don't worry. It's something to practice. Whoop. Good. Roll those shoulders a couple of times. It's so much harder than it looks. So now I'm just switching sides. I've got my arm against the wall and I'm opening and closing it, trying to keep my shoulders away from the ears so I'm not shrugging my shoulders. Inhale, as you twist, try and grow tall out that waist. So you'll inhale, really grow tall, nice and long, take your gaze with you. Exhale, closing the book. Inhaling and exhaling. Good, let's do 2 more. Inhale, grow tall. Exhaling, closing. Last 2. Inhale. And last one. And then now again, you'll come and do your circles. So, and it might feel, this feels so much harder. It might feel totally different on this side. And that's fine, don't worry. Good. So taking your gaze with you if you can, seeing how long you can hold that finger against the wall for. I'm just thinking my mum would have hated if I'd have done this against my wall. So if you've just had new paint work, maybe try somewhere where you don't mind having a little finger mark going around. Good. Perfect. A little shrug of the shoulders, little roll of the shoulders. Okay, so I'm going to have my back too, but I'll try and make it. So basically I've got my arms straight out in front of me. So imagine my hands are against the wall here. My shoulders are away from my ears. And I'm keeping my arms straight. And I'm just moving my upper body forward and backwards. So a little scapular movement here. And in fact, I'm getting a strip off to show you here. So my arms are at shoulder height, my hands are at shoulder height. I'm drawing my lower shoulder blades down and then I'm pushing them away. So the lower shoulder blades. And this, when I teach this to people, it's really, sometimes it connects with people straight away and sometimes it takes a little bit of practice. So you want to keep working on keeping those arms straight and you're just drawing those lower shoulder blades together and then stretching those shoulder blades away and without kind of keeping your back nice and straight so you're not doing a cat-cow here. Let's do 2 more. Good. So lower shoulder blades draw together and pushing away. Good, okay, perfect. I'll put my top back on and then we will do a little stretch for the backs of the legs. Okay, so I'm not even sure which way around this top goes. So pushing, so I've got my left leg forward and my right leg back against the wall. I'm going to put my left toe all the way up to the wall and I'm going to take a big step back with that right leg. So and then just lean into the wall. So I'm on my forearms and I'm feeling a stretch in that right calf. Good, and I keep leaning my weight forward. So just stretching out the back of that right leg. And you can keep moving it. You can do a little bend and then straighten. So a teeny little bend of that right leg and straightening it. Good. Doing a couple more. 3. And obviously you can take a bigger step if you want more of a stretch. So a bigger step away from the wall. Last one. And then you'll just switch sides. So right toe comes up against the wall on my forearm, stretching out the back of that left leg. So this feels so much tighter than the other side. And you can increase the stretch by moving that upper body forward against the wall. It feels very weird having my back to you. I'm sure there would have been a better way of showing this, but anyway, hopefully you'll understand. Good. Taking one more breath here. And sighing out. Good. Okay, so there is one move that I do like to do, but it's advanced, so I'll show you very quickly if you wanted to have a go, because it might be an option to some people. So I'm going to come down, and then I'm going to step my top foot up. So it's like a standing split, but with your top foot against the wall, and then you'll push that upper body down towards that standing leg, and just work out where you want to push into those arms, taking that upper body through, okay, and then you'll switch sides. So I won't stay long on this, because I know some people will be like, absolutely no way am I doing this. But this is a really nice option if you've ever got some wall space and you wanted to practice that. So I would do a minute, maybe more on each side. And now we come to my favourite stretch of all time. So I'm putting my right knee, I've got a pillow here because you definitely need some padding under your knee. And I've got my right toes on the back of the wall. So my toes are untucked, as you can see. Good, both hip bones facing forward, pushing into this left foot, trying to get this tuck under in the pelvis, and that really increases that stretch in the front of this right quad. I'm sure you'll feel it. If you don't, then wow, amazing. And then right arm can come up if you've got the balance. So you've got a long line from your right fingertips to your right knee, and keep tucking under in that pelvis and breathing. And just this really helps release the quads. It's such a strong stretch, but I feel like I need to do this every day, and everything feels better in my body if I do this. So if anyone else kind of really benefits from this, it's worth doing every day for 2 minutes each side, okay? That's the recommended amount. And actually, the longer you do it, you start to feel a release, and it kind of becomes more comfortable. Good, so just doing a couple more breaths here. And if you want, you can just do this every day, just timing it for 2 minutes. Maybe challenge yourself for a week and see how you feel. If anything feels different, maybe it just releases some tightness in your lower back. That can help with that. Good, take one more breath here. And sighing out. Good, wow. Good, so nice. I actually really enjoy that stretch now. When I first started doing it, I was like, oh my goodness me, this is a killer. Good, and now you're going to switch. So left knee down, right foot forward. And again, just slowly into this position. And you want to start practicing that tucking under in the pelvis to increase that stretch in the front of that left thigh. If you wanted to, a little bit extra, you can reach over with that left arm. So you've got a long line from the left knee to the left fingertips. And breathe in. Good, and keep each time, seeing if you can tuck a little bit more when it releases. Keep pushing into that right foot. Nice, let's maybe do 4 more breaths here. Last 2 breaths, can you tuck a little bit more? Last one. Good, really nice. And then, wow, coming up to stand, shaking out those legs, and there you go, that's my favourite, one of my favourite little things to do against the wall. So give it a go. See you, bye.